Hello everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA. Although that remains to be seen. Wait till some people get here. No matter what happens, I can't keep the hair from getting in my face, so I just leave it there a lot. I have no idea when I'll get my haircut. By the way, if you're in LA, I found a place with really healthy meals that are low calories, they're good. Daniel's Tacos. They have chicken salads, just say no sour cream and no cheese on it. It's amazing. Avocado, chicken, tomato, and lots of lettuce. Really good. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. Big announcement. And been trying to not get too stressed and everything. So wait till some more people get here. I'm here at Sunspace, if you're not aware, if you don't recognize my surroundings. By the way, Governor Newsom announced by 2035, all new cars in California must be non-emission emitting. They must not emit pollution. So whether that means electric or hydrogen or Flintstones cars, I don't know. It's probably too late for that. It probably needs to be a lot earlier. I was saying the other day, yesterday, I think I'd be glad to have an electric car. I don't want to do all this maintenance on my car, but I don't have the money and a home and everything else. And also the lithium mining, it's not environmentally conscious at all, not friendly. Hi, Cake Maker, Bad Man. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible or not. I'm sure there's many other steps, and I'm sure it could go wrong in a lot of ways where we won't meet that goal. And, of course, there's a whole group of people who are in denial about climate change, even though the air is, like, constantly polluted here. You can see the smog everywhere. So much of LA has been burning, and California and the West Coast, too. You know, the water, like, could be cleaner. I don't know what's up with the water and all kinds of problems, you know, and the climate in general, really bad. And it affects food production, the air quality, where the people are making food, all kinds of horrible things. We've had horrible smoke all through the streets here from the fires last week. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. We got a big announcement. Been writing again today, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that much sooner. Everyone gather around. No, I'm not going off to, yeah, it's not good to read. Go off the grid. I've thought about that sometimes, believe me. Not that seriously, because, like, eventually my debt will follow me when I decide to re-enter civilization, but, and also I'd want to be able to go to a doctor and stuff. I don't know if the fire we had around here was from that gender reveal thing, which, you narcissists, it's going to be whatever. It's going to be one of, the baby's going to be one of two options, and the child may not even identify as that later on. So how narcissistic can you be? But I don't believe in birthdays, birthday celebrations. I don't believe in weddings, religious celebrations in general, anniversaries, and yeah, gender. What garbage is that? We got to celebrate. And then a firefighter died from that. I'm sure the family feels horrible. They tried to put it out with water bottles, but they're really selfish. Yeah, there's a bunch of fires around here, and apparently there's one called the Bobcat Fire. It's the Azusa Forest. It's like, I think, like 25 miles from here, roughly. You could see the smoke over the mountains going west. Wait, is it west or east? Yeah, it's east. So, okay, we got 13 people here, and I want to get to sleep soon. So, we got a big announcement. I want to show you all what we have here. This is the space I've been working out of during the shutdown for the last 6 months. Big green screen there. These little characters. Miniature. Very talented artist Chris makes. Live streaming setup. Speakers. My laptop where I work at. This guy. Fan doesn't work anymore. Make sure the live stream's still going. I can't see it. Let me turn this around. Yeah, the tea I get from the food bank. These characters, couches, cushions. Probably is up there somewhere in the walls. A rabbit lamp. Squirrel. Art. More art, caricatures, photographs, Polaroids, I guess. Door. Bathroom. All this stuff is going to be gone. Oh, shit. Okay, literally, right as I said the announcement, the stream cut out and I had to resume it. Again, click like everyone, helps the channel out. So all this stuff here at Sunspace that I've been able to use to work out of for the last 6 months since it's been shut down for the pandemic. Stage here. I've shot some stuff here with the owner, including with this character. And there's another guy over here that they use in their Unusual Tuesday shows. All this stuff is going to be gone. Sunspace is closing in a few days. So I'm trying to make the most of it. Of course, I still get distracted, but yeah, I'm not going to have this place to cook my potatoes with the air fryer, which is great. They're healthy, they're filling, cheap. I'm not going to be able to work on my laptop. I'm not going to be able to take a shit here. So I'm going to be out stuck in my car after this. Probably shitting in porta potties at Hanson Dam. So, you know, it was inevitable. I mean, in a way, like it was really, you know, 6 months being closed down. And the owner was really nice to me, letting me work out of here so much. And he tried to keep it going as long as possible, but it's just not possible anymore. So in a few days, this stuff's going to be out of here, and I'm going to be out of here, stuck in my car. Now, the only thing I'm hoping is, and I got to call him back tomorrow, this person was supposed to get back to me well over a week ago now. Not well over a week ago, a little over a week ago, about this job, this building cleaning job. I want to get to work. I need to start making money. It's getting cold out. It's going to be in the 40s this week. And I don't care about sleeping in the cold. It's showering in the street in the morning in the cold that stresses me out. Not only that, I'm so broke. I looked up, like, why do I urinate so much when I don't eat much? If I eat more, I don't have to as much. Well, it's partly you're losing water weight. You're metabolizing your glucose or glycose or whatever, your fat. So that's coming out of you. I'm losing weight, which is good, and I want to. And carbohydrates help absorb water in your body. So if I'm not eating much, I have to go more. It is so miserable going to the bathroom constantly in my car, basically going in water bottles, filling up 4 or 5 water bottles, having to bag them up, take them to the park, buy more the next day at the grocery store. Hey, Ace. And you know, it's nice to be able to use the bathroom here as much as possible. Thank you, Ace. So, this is going to be gone. All this here, I can't, I'm not going to be able to come back here in a few days. And I'm really hoping I get this sanitation job cleaning buildings. So, here's the next stage in my plan. I was considering a few things. One, renting an office. Now, you got to pay a lot for an office if you want 24-hour access. I wouldn't try and sleep in one, but to be able to work on my laptop, keep writing my screenplays, charge my phone and stuff, be inside. To rent an office, the cheapest ones I found on Craigslist are like 20 bucks, or no, 200. I got the 2 and the 0, another 0 on there. $200, and it's even then limited access. And then I thought, well, not only that, if I want more tools for my car repair stuff I want to do, and I don't know, maybe it's, trying to start any service, it's slow going. You got to get word of mouth and people who trust you. But to do car repairs for other people, and mainly myself, I'll want jack stands. Those are going to add another 60 pounds in my car, some more tools. And it's like, I was thinking about getting a storage unit as well. That alone would be like $100 a month if I get this job. So that's at least $300 a month, realistically like at least $400. So I was looking on Craigslist for rooms. And I can't rent anything yet because, I don't have this job yet. I'm hoping I get it. I'm going to call them back tomorrow and see, do I have an interview set up? I called somebody and they said, yeah, they're still taking applications. So what's the holdup? I need to know if I have an interview. If not, I need to move on to the next opportunity. There's a construction thing too. I might do that. Also, there's a job packaging stuff somewhere. I just got a notice about that. It's not through the job placement company, I don't think, but it's just go there, do an in-person interview. So I'm like, if I have to do that, I will. And it's not too far from here either. It's in the valley. So what I found was there are rooms, sublets, and temporary rooms and couches to sleep on in LA that are cheaper than there ever was in Virginia. In Virginia, I could never find sublets under like $400 or $450 a month. There were other ones I'm sure around, but you had to know someone or you had to look at just the right time. In my house in Annandale, we always had people subletting. They would always fuck things up without fail. Bringing over their girlfriends and babies and leaving dirty diapers out and the girlfriend's underwear on the floor and not flushing the guest bathroom toilet and bringing in a whole extra set of furniture and cooking stuff, cooking early in the morning and playing loud music when, I'm still trying to sleep. And apparently this one roommate, she got offended when I asked her that. I was very nice. I said, do you mind turning down the volume a little? I'm sleeping. Oh, another girl who would insist that when we were walking through the kitchen, we were actually stomping our feet. And she asked me once, can you stop stomping your feet? I said, oh, okay. And she asked again, like 10 minutes later. I said, I'm not, though. And we got in this big argument, me and my other roommate, for like 20 minutes with her. And after that, she would take the dryer or the washer door in the basement and just slam it, boom, every like 2 minutes, boom, for hours. Nothing but problems. And I nearly got in a fight with another subletter because he kept taking my shit out of the kitchen and I caught him. And I said, stop doing that. And he's like, he was getting mad at me. He's like, you stop taking my stuff. And I told the landlord, Debbie, he's got to leave or I will. So fortunately he had to leave, that fucking piece of shit, stealing my all the time. Oh, I didn't know I was taking your towels and your ice packs and making a mess on the floor, spilling my soup everywhere. Fucking brain damaged me. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so I'm finding couches and stuff that are cheaper here, like $400 a month. I think maybe I found some like 200 or 300, but that was very rare, and I'm not even sure if I could get those. Some it's like I don't know. It seemed like maybe they want a woman for it, or I don't know what the deal was, but there are these offers out there now. You got to go see. You got to meet the person, see what they're like, see if they're not, gonna make life hell for you. But they're month to month. I'm like, okay, it's getting too cold to shower in the morning. I can do it. But it's going to get down to the 40s this week, and even the 30s one night. Again, I can do it. I'll manage. But it's really stressful, and then when I'm not eating much, I'm getting up throughout the night, urinating so much. I couldn't even work out this morning. I had to go to the bathroom so frequently because I hadn't eaten in like 12 hours that and even the last meal I had was not that big. It was that salad, that chicken salad. So I was going so much. It's like I had to go back to my car, go urinate water bottles again. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I can barely afford a meal. So what I'm thinking is I may just have to bite the bullet and rent a room. Click like, everybody, helps the video out. If I get this job. So that's an option. So if I don't want to have roommates. I hate all that. I don't want to share a bathroom. There was one I saw really cheap where you have a private bathroom because you're in the laundry room. And so they're like, the only catch is, yeah, people come down and do laundry, but they're respectful. I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool, I guess, if I had my own bathroom. But this is nuts, man. I'm living like shit. It's just some drifter, you know? Who knew I would take this path in life? But that's what I think I have to do because it's going to be kind of difficult managing with a full-time job and the winter now getting cold and the gyms are closed and libraries are closed, so I can't just work at them during the day. I did last winter here, no problem, even though I was dissociated badly. And I did a winter in Virginia in my car, no problem, because I had the libraries, I had McDonald's, I had cafes, and the gym to shower at, even though it was miserable showering there. The gyms in Virginia were generally worse than here, really gross. The Fairfax one was nice. The Falls Church one, oh, so made my skin crawl. And the Alexandria one too, really fucking nasty shower curtains that they did not really take the time to replace. So I'm thinking hopefully I get this job and I want to get a place to rent month to month because it's only a 6-month job. So also hopefully by then, if the weather's warmer and maybe stuff will be opened again in 6 months, we'll see, then it'll be easier for me to sleep in my car and, you know, I can go to the gym again and shower, go to the bathroom. I don't know. I'm not, it's hard to tell because even then, going to the gym I want to go to, I usually have to drive a little ways. And that is never ideal because it's, you know, it's an old car. I don't care how good it is, it's still going to wear it down. I gotta plug in my charger. And it's still unpleasant to, like, yeah, not eat enough, and I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money on food when I'm out at this job, but whatever. I gotta do it. So I'm basically gonna get a job to just be broke, but at least have a home. So all I can hope is these videos take off, or I don't know, or my screenplays. You know, eventually I was writing today, even though I was distracted quite a bit. I was writing and just gonna keep doing that. And so I'm like, maybe that's the best reason to have a place. Sucks because yeah, you can have roommates that are, it just makes your life hell. And in that case, I'd be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And if they say, oh, you got to give a month's notice, I'm like, okay, go ahead and find me at my next address. What are you gonna do? Not gonna find me. Where are they gonna serve papers to, you know, pay the back rent? Um, anyways, yeah, so this is kind of stressful, kind of challenging. I'm gonna miss it here at Sunspace. I'm not gonna. I always hoped that eventually we'll be able to see shows here together again, but it's just not gonna happen. So I'm gonna work here as much as I can my last few days. I'm not even sure how much I'll really be able to get in because while that's going on, a lot of stuff will have to move out of here. They're gonna, you know, give stuff away. I don't know if they're selling anything, but a lot of this stuff's just gonna go. And this place is gonna lock their doors. So, any questions? Oh, and Trump said he may not transfer power to the next administration if Joe Biden wins, or the Green Party, or whoever wins. If anybody else wins, Um, it's guaranteed he's not going to give power over. He's saying, I don't know if it's guaranteed. Maybe he's just talking shit, but it's pretty terrible. He's saying, yeah, throw the ballots out. There's all kinds of voting irregularities and voter fraud. He says what the hell's the word? Epidemic. I forgot the word epidemic because we've been using pandemic so much. I was like, I knew there was some other word for that, but what? And pandemic is like international. Epidemic, I guess, is in like one area or one country. And hopefully my allergies don't get too bad in the winter. If they do, I'm using my Medi-Cal, going to a doctor, getting tested for allergens. I'll get injections, whatever, to stop them. They are horribly painful. Oh, thank you for that info, Nanobot hand sanitizer. Haha, big score. Hey, I say sell it. If you found a Trump book autographed in the trash, yeah, go ahead and sell it. Get some money from some Trump fan. That's interesting. Thank you for that. Yeah, I got to be wary of that because there's scams everywhere around here in LA. Um, I I've be, People have tried to scam me on film jobs multiple times, and I saw someone else who fell for it. It's horrible. She fell for it, and like she lost like I don't know how much money. It was really tough for her. She posted about it online, where they promise to pay you in advance, and they say, okay, take the money out and go donate it to some charity. We say, put it in this bank account, and then what happens? The check that you got to put in your account, they find out it has no, the bank finds out it has no money, so then the money's taken out after that, like initial, like I forget what it's called. I used to work at a bank where it's like a temporary credit of the money until it's confirmed. And yeah, there's that. And but yeah, you're right. I gotta watch out for that one too. And especially I gotta make sure I know. Do I know their last name? Is there a lease? I got to sign a lease. I'm not going by just someone's word. So, yeah, you're right about that. Gotta watch out for scams. As long as you have a room, here in Cali, people scam the couch thing. They sometimes take your money, then throw you out before the month is up. I've seen that happen. Oh, cool. I never thought of that big score. So people just leave it there and they don't grab it, or what? How's that work out? God damn, my ears are better, but they're still kind of just a little slight tinnitus. But this helps. I like do this, like going so fast you can't even see. I'll do it in slow motion. Snap. Like hit down on the like back of your neck. If you do it just right, you'll feel it like jolt your whole body. And that's helped me. Somebody showed me that, and it's helped me with my slight tinnitus. It doesn't really bother me, but especially after if I've had any ear problems, like having these really painful um, ear dampeners on that were just horribly made. They hurt my ears, and then being at the jazz show here, tomorrow's the last jazz show. I'll be working at that. So check that out on Sunspace. And hopefully Sunspace will do like pop-up events. That's what Nola's talking about, but um, oh, my stomach's showing. Like out somewhere. So, people who we all know each other here, a lot of us, we can still go to events, but, it's tough. And stuff like that eventually can wither away. So, it's sad. Gotta move on. Oh, good idea. And they throw away coins and stuff in their change jar in the trash next to the machine. Okay. I usually go to Vallarta. They don't have a coin star there. I was at some business recently that had some kind of coin machine, and I'm trying to think, what was it? What business was I at recently? Was I at Home Depot? Was that it? Because I did get new sound dampening earmuffs. that are super great, 36 decibels, and they're comfortable. I had these dollar store ones that probably do like 5 decibels or something. They feel like freaking, sharp, like bones jabbing into around my ears. It hurts so much, and I was constantly wondering why my head is hurting while I was wearing them at the jazz shows here that I've been helping with the live streams for the last few weeks. And tomorrow is the last live stream at Sunspace for Unusual Tuesdays. So, the Jazz Thursdays. The last Unusual Tuesday already happened. Yeah, I'm not doing a movie like that. Those are so lame. They're fun for when they lasted. If there's a good way of doing that story where, a big company's going to take over this little, neighborhood or business or whatever, and they've got this secret evil plan. I don't know what a good way to do that is. I'm sure there is, but I mean, in a way, a version of that was good was Wall Street, Oliver Stone film. That wasn't a total farce. Big. How did that storyline start? That trope? Who started that? There had to be a movie that started that trope, right? And not only that, I'm wondering who started the thing in TV shows, and maybe it was in movies. I don't remember, but I remember it being in TV shows, and I don't see it anymore. I don't watch TV anymore. But it was where the police were chasing someone, and they got to the county line, and they had to turn around because they're like, "We're out of our jurisdiction. We can't follow them anymore." It was always so weird. Like, why was that a constant thing on TV shows in the 80s and 90s? Where they'd be talking on the radio like, "Oh, we got to get them soon. We're going to cross the county line. That means we got to turn around. How come that happened? That was in TV for a while, and then it stopped. What up with that? I'm a little sleepy, but got to make the best of this all. I'm going to miss being here, that's for sure. And it's frustrating being out in my car, can't use my laptop, can't enjoy basic amenities, especially now the library's closed, the gyms are closed. Where am I going to take my, huge shits? The best place to be is going to be Hanson Dam at the porta potties, which they haven't been too gross lately because not many people are going there, at least during the day, because the parking lot's closed because they're using that as a Trump virus testing site. Hi, Mike. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. I'm certainly going to need the help, and I'll need to charge my phone somewhere and stay off the phone more. But there is a place outdoors at this shopping center where there's an outlet that works, and it's just that I don't like to go there during the day. For a few days, I went there at the start of the pandemic to charge my phone. I would go there early, not early enough, because then people would line up to the store, and I'd want to leave before they start wondering, are you in line, or are you, just charging your phone? And I'll still have to go there, I guess, but I'll go like really early. Since I'm getting up earlier now. Before I was getting up at 5, and it was always kind of late with that. Now I'll get up at like 4:30, and charge it more. I'll try and stay off it, but I watch too many videos and stuff. I watched this really cool documentary about Vincent Van Gogh on BBC, and they had an actor playing Van Gogh, and I'm like, that face, he's kind of unrecognizable in the orange hair, but I'm like there's a vague similarity to Andy Serkis, who played Gollum in Lord of the Rings, and then I hear his voice, and it took a few seconds. I'm like, oh, that is Andy Serkis. That's so cool. He played Vincent Van Gogh in this documentary about his life, and so I watched the whole thing. That was really cool. It was a BBC documentary. Yep, still homeless. Mike. Although the big change is, for one thing, this place is closing where I'm hanging out, Sunspace. The owner's been nice enough to let me hang out here for like 6 months to work, and because he knows my situation. And I've been helping him with videos and stuff, but he's helped me a lot. And he can't keep it open anymore. And the other thing is, I'm really trying to get this job. I hope I get it soon. Been talking to this company for a month now. If not that, I gotta start going somewhere else. There's this other thing I saw posted where you can just go in and do an interview on the spot for like, what is it again? I can't remember. Some kind of like package handling thing. And it starts at $16 an hour. I'm sure it's tough work. They have overtime available and double time, and I'm like, well, I need the money. So what I'm thinking is I may not be homeless for that long. I may just rent a really cheap sublet, just sleep somewhere for like $400 a month. Thank you again for that advice. Someone don't fall for scams. Oh, absolutely. Like that, I'd feel like shit about that. So, yeah, I definitely want to have a record of wherever I go, and have a lease before I pay anything, and make sure I have some kind of documentation of who they are, because I've heard about that before. Like people say, yeah, I just knew his first name or something, but it was a fake name, and it turned out he didn't even live there, and he ran away with my money. Yeah. Um, so I am gonna, if I get a job, I'm gonna try and rent a room, really cheap. And the thing I was seeing on Craigslist, there are cheaper rooms, unless they're all scams. I don't know, maybe. So I'm gonna check with people I know too and see if they have rooms. But I'm not trying to spend a lot of money. I'm not gonna have much money. So I got a ton of credit card debt, and I got to fix my car up, and I'm trying to save money if that's possible, um, and stay alive and all that. And I'm going to have to spend a lot on food no matter what, even if I'm able to cook home every meal, or probably not. I'll have to eat out quite a bit. But what was I thinking? Yeah, I want to rent a cheap room, so at least for a few months in winter, because also the other issue is it's getting fairly cold out, and I can manage it. I can shower on the street because it's not horrible, the temperature here, but this week it's going to be in the 40s. I've already showered in 40-degree weather here. Again, not horrible. And it's your mindset. I was so stressed the first time I did it, but after I get used to something, like I know how to do it well. But it's getting cold, and it's going to get colder at night, and I have to shower on the street at like 5 a.m. That's when I like to do it, or I'm usually later than that, like 5:15, 5:30, and it's kind of it's getting a little colder, so I'll manage, but I figure, okay, it's time to try and get a room and get a place to shower, because also I need a place to work on my laptop, to charge my phone. It would be nice to have a bathroom so I'm not going in water bottles 5 times a night, and then have to throw them away and buy new ones the next day. I always have lots of water bottles, but I go through them so quickly if I'm using them as a toilet. So uh, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe it's the other thing is, I was thinking, okay, to rent an office, at the very least, the cheapest ones I found on Craigslist were like $200 a month. Realistically, it's probably going to be more than that, because whatever's available once I have money, I got to see how far it is from wherever I'll be staying if I get this job, and how much time I'll have access to it, and what's it like. If I like the place, do I have to share it with other people? I want my own space so I can get up and pace around and talk on the phone. Um, so that would be, at least, let's say realistically, like $300 a month for a cheap one that I have like 9 hour a day access to. That, on top of the fact that I probably won't be able to get to it weekdays because I'll be working a lot. It's a full time job I'm trying to get, and also I'd want a storage unit because I'm starting to get a lot of stuff in my car, and if I get more tools to fix my car up, I don't want to drive around with it all the time. I'd like to put stuff in a storage unit. That's going to be at least another 100 a month. Yeah, first month or two might be 50. they'll do it cheaper, but after that's gonna be like 100. So that's at least like 400 there a month. And I'm like, well, I could do that or just get a room and have a place to put everything and to work on my laptop. And at least I can eat there potentially if the roommates are cool with it, or and also have a bathroom to use and a shower. So that's what I'm thinking. Is I'm thinking just rent a really cheap room. And they're, from what I've seen, again, unless they're all scams, cheaper sublets here in LA. I guess just because there's more housing options, there's more people. There's like 4 million people here than there ever were in Northern Virginia. Cheapest sublets I could find once I went homeless and I was looking for sublets were like 450 a month. I think at least a lot of them were like 650 a month or more. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'll still be as broke as before, but I won't have a private bathroom. Again, the idea of having roommates makes me cringe. The idea of having a landlord makes me cringe, but if I'll be working full time, I'll be out a lot, and mainly I just want a place to sleep and work on my laptop. If I really can't eat there, fine, I'll just deal with it. I'll go out and eat if I have to. It sucks, but um, I'll do that. My feet are getting itchy. And maybe I'll have a place to do my own laundry too. Not that going to the laundromat bothers me that much. Kind of enjoy it, but it sucks going when it's really fucking hot out. The other thing is, laundromats are running out of quarters because there's a change shortage in the whole country. So I saw the quarter machines boarded up at this one I went to. Um, Now there are ones that take it's so stupid. I had this cash card for one. I couldn't even get it to work. You have to put in cash and then it gives you a card out, a money card that you use in the laundry in the washing machine. But also the place was packed and I didn't have enough money to put on or something. I didn't understand. It was so ridiculous. I got a card, but it said no, you need to put more if you're going to use it on a machine, and I'm like, "Well, I already put enough to get a card. I don't get it." I forget what it was to set up. Like you need to put in, $10 minimum, even though the machine cost $5 to use or whatever. It was like $3, and I already put five on there. So I was like, oh fuck this. I still have it on me, and there is one around here that uses credit cards. So I guess I'll have to go back to that. The crappy thing is, it's a very small parking lot there, so you got to get there, especially if I'm working a job. Oh, it's gonna suck trying to get there. And I know a lot of people are gonna try and go there. Before when I went there, it was always half empty. But now, because it's a credit card one, and it's so hard to find laundromats that use take credit cards. If you look on Google Maps or look online. So I'll have to go to a place like that, and I hate dragging in laundry in the heat, and I got to make several trips back and forth to my car and fucking go. Almost every time it's inevitable. I have to go back to my car to whiz in a water bottle because I have to go to the bathroom so bad. And I'd rather go in a water bottle, although actually it'd be cheaper to go in the bathroom, I think, because it's 25 cents to use the bathroom. And I don't have any quarters anymore. So, I guess I'd go in a water bottle, even though those are like the cheapest ones I get are 65 cents. And then got to go back inside and drink more water and go back to my car maybe once more to urinate. So it's a whole mess, but hey, that's how it is. Unless you got a lot of money, you just got to do a bunch of extra stuff to live. So that means going to the bathroom a lot. Oh, John D, I missed that. Or I saw it, but I skipped over it. I hope it works out for you. Thank you. Yeah, so going to be leaving Sunspace in a few days. They cannot um, operate any longer without having business to bring in money. So a very good effort, and I'm so glad like this, made such a difference for me to be able to come here and work on my laptop and hang out and recover from my dissociative disorder and have a bathroom to use and to be able to get out of the heat. That was really brutal sometimes. Um, I don't mind being in the cold as much. It's fine. The problem with the cold is, again, the gyms are closed, so I'm going to have to shower in the street in the cold. Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever. It's mind over matter. It's not like it's so dangerous or anything. It's just, yeah, a little stressful. And of course, I gotta whiz like crazy when I don't eat much food and I'm losing weight. So that's really annoying without having a bathroom around. So that's the other. I'm like, it's all adding up to, okay, I should rent a place and keep trying to make money somehow. So in a few days, I'll be out of here, out of Sunspace, and it's going to be closed. So it's sad because it was such a cool community here. So many people here helped me out. The owner's son gave me my new shoes. People have donated money here, offered me help in other ways. And of course, the owner himself has let me work out of this for 6 months. I can't believe it, you know. And he was already one of my favorite YouTubers before that, before I ever met him. I gotta go. Can't be here. Still dissociating somewhat, but I know it just comes and goes in phases, and now it's as weak as it's been in quite a while, so that's great. And obviously, I'm getting sort of back to normal, even though I'll never be totally normal. Oh my goodness. I used to be literally scared I had brain damage or something, or some kind of like damage somehow in my brain that when I got so dissociated, I was so sick and disabled for 9 months back in 2013. I thought, like, can I think the same? Is like my brain still working? Because I didn't know what I had that made me so sick. Um, and it took like another year just to kind of feel normal again and be able to sleep a full night. So I'm getting much better this time. It just takes a lot of time. Click like everyone again, helps the video out. It's challenging times ahead. Um, I mean, what in the hell? And here's the other crappy thing. I've been coming here early in the morning and refilling my water bottles that I use to shower, the big ones. I used to do that at the park. The park where you do that, where you press the button and the water comes out, it's a water filling station. Water stopped running there. And it stopped running out of one of the best water fountains there. Because some of the other water fountains, they're so messed up. The water goes spraying out like a sprinkler. You can't drink from it. And one, it just shoots way too high and too hard. So the one water fountain that was great right by where I like to work out at isn't working. And then the whole water filling station doesn't work. So, and that has three water fountains on it and the water filling station. There's like two at different heights, and then there's one, it's like for dogs or something, that's really low. But the water filling station doesn't work, and it's these are big water bottles. It's kind of hard to fill them with the water fountain. I guess I could do it. I just need to hold it a certain way because it's kind of hard. You can't let it hit the bottom or it won't fill up, you know? It'll pour out before it can fill up. Yeah, so challenging times ahead, and it's just, scary to think what's going to happen to this country, to the whole world. Climate change is not being averted. This should be major news every night. So it's really horrible. And we see it rapidly affecting us. The air quality is bad. The temperatures were as high as they've ever been in LA. We had record-setting temperatures. People are, going broke, losing their homes. We don't have proper policy to help people during the pandemic and to reduce the deaths and infections. It's just horrible. And Trump, that jackass, is saying, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to leave power. We'll see." The nerve he has to say that. To say, "Oh, I don't know," because the ballots, they're just terrible. It's like there's all kinds of voter fraud. Ask the Democrats. They love it. Making up total bullshit and basically committing to either scaring the shit out of people and messing with them, or just saying, "Yeah, I'm not leaving office." That would be nuts if he loses the election and if he doesn't leave office. Ronnie, yeah, I don't know. I might keep growing my hair just because I'm broke and can't afford a haircut. There are certain barber shops around here. They're doing outdoor service by appointment. But I don't have the money. I don't really care. I don't mind it long necessarily, but it's taking more water to wash it though. That's the part that sucks because I have these water bottles now that I use to wash myself, and it would still be quite a while before it was too much to wash with those. Probably it would take like another 6 months or a year before it was too much hair to wash. But yeah, I just don't have the money, and I don't really care. I guess I'm fine with it growing for a little while. We'll see. I go in phases of, oh, it looks better, and oh, now it looks like hell, and it looks a little better now, and then, when it transitions to something else, it's always so awkward and it looks terrible. And of course, it kind of weirds me out. It hits the back of my neck when I turn my head. I'm like, I've never felt that before. And I feel like stuff's in my ears. I'm like, what the hell's in my ear? And it's just my hair. So yeah, how messed up. This place is closing due to this shitty fucking Trump virus and Trump's handling of it. Oh, Vanilla died. Okay, we gotta read this. I gotta read this out. Jim said that he saw, that he said he saw, that Jim said he saw, written down right here, that Jim saw, that he said that he saw, that he said that he saw young people, and they were crying. I haven't seen that quote in a while. Thank you, Vanilla Die. Click like, everybody. Helps the video out. Helps the channel out. Hopefully I get this job soon, so I'm not stuck in my car all day and I have something to do and I can rent a room. Because if not renting a room, then I would probably want to rent an office and a storage unit. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's right there. And then I still won't have a shower. So it's like, I may as well just rent a room, as horrible as I feel about it. Try and make sure I have cool roommates. Try and make sure the landlord's not an. I've met several landlords that are just like, yeah, okay, here's the room. It's like, do you fucking hate me already? Why should I leave? You're all clearly a bully. Like, so I don't care. I don't want the room. And I'm going to, if I look at a place, I want to make sure the landlord's really cool with me and doesn't look down on me like some piece of shit. And also that it's legitimate, that I see a lease, even if it's just month to month. Still want to have it documented, still want it on paper, and don't want to get scammed. And also, I want to make sure there's roommates. That's the thing. And then if the roommates are legitimate, I talk to the roommates. If it's still a scam after all that, well, I get scammed. What can I do? But talk to the roommates too and see what they're like and see if they're cool or not. It's always kind of hard to tell. You don't know, it's how everybody's going to be, but I just try and avoid everyone as much as possible. And I don't even know which part of LA I'd be living in, but I'm kind of fine with being in around closer to downtown or whatever, even though the traffic's nightmarish. The thing is, I just want to be able to park my car and not have it be an issue. A lot of places, you got to move your car for 2 hours, like every week or so. Yeah, you got to like twice a week because one side of there's street sweepers. A lot of places, so one side of the street gets a street sweeper and then the other side does another day. And so it's like everybody parks their cars on one side of the street one day, then they park them on another side of the street the other, and you got to hope you get a spot, even if you have a pass to park 24 hours, because if you're a visitor, it's only like 2 hour parking. But even then, you got to hope that, yeah, there's no visitors around taking up spaces. So it's like, why deal with that? If I'm paying to live there, why deal with it? So that's another thing, that parking can be a real issue wherever you live. So that can be a big problem in anywhere around the city, like downtown of LA. but it might be closer to the job I get. So, and I would still drive to the food bank like once a week and just get what I can, I guess, if I'm gonna cook at my place. And what was I thinking? If I can use the fridge and cook. If not, or at least maybe I'd get a mini fridge if I could get that cheap. If I'm worried about people taking my food, and if there's enough electricity to run a mini fridge. But again, if not, I just have to eat out. What could I do? It sucks, but I'm used to not eating much now, and even though I've eaten too much, and excuse me, still losing weight. Yeah, I really fucking need this job soon. It'd be perfect. It sounds like 6 months, no customers, just cleaning buildings. Sounds like there's not a boss breathing down your neck. I wonder how they check if they're clean. Like, do you send in pictures? Because, a lot of jobs do that, especially like merchandising. You send in pictures to verify that the merchandise looks right, to upload it to an app or something. Um, I'm so lazy. I don't want to show you the thing I did to my jacket. It was starting to get a bunch of holes in the pockets. So I got duct tape and wood glue. And because duct tape alone, you put it on cloth, it'll come off after a little while, especially if you move around a lot. But you put wood glue on there too, it really stays on. It works for this pocket over here. And like this, I'm not worried about. So wait, can you see it? This hole, but in the pockets, my pen was coming out, and occasionally change was falling out. These are really strong jeans, but I've had a flashlight in my pocket a long time that jabs at the corner of it, and it just wore it out. Any other pair of jeans, they would have fallen apart months ago, but these are really durable, and I haven't washed them in like 6 months either. And excuse me. So I put, and it said it works on cloth, so put the wood glue on the piece of duct tape, put it on there, and I wasn't wearing it, so I did it overnight, I guess, while I was sleeping, and let it dry. And I had to do it in like 4 or 5 different spots on my jacket. I realized a bunch of holes were there because I would have pens slide out, and stuff was starting to stick out of my pocket in my jacket. So that's my cheap hack for windbreaker with the zipper broken. I wish the zipper still worked. This is a nice jacket. Nice windbreaker. I doubt I can find one like this cheap. I can't remember where I got it. Maybe Gallows at Seven Corners in Virginia. Oh, fuck. Okay, good. He's keeping it quiet. Neighbor's playing music. Um, we'll see. Maybe he won't stay quiet. But if not there, maybe Target, maybe Ross. But it's a great windbreaker. I don't like that name, windbreaker. Sounds like it's being too cool at something. Hey, Lena. I'm in Los Angeles in Sunspace, performing arts venue, which has been closed due to the pandemic, but the owner's still been running it just to keep it and do live streams here. But now he can't keep it open any longer. It is closing. I have to leave. Um, Not that I've been living here, but I won't be able to come back after a few days to work on my laptop, take shits, and cook on my air fryer. Um, it's going to be locked, and all this stuff in here is going to be gone because you can't keep it running any longer. So He was really nice to let me use it here. Never had it. I was always worried, like, does he secretly not want me to keep coming back? Is he like, oh, when's Angelo going to get a place? But no, he just offered to let me, even at first, he offered to let me come here and stay here for weeks during the pandemic. I refused. I would not do that. I would come here like 2 or 3 times a week. And months have gone by, and eventually I felt like a little more comfortable. Like, oh, okay, I know he's fine with it. That's good. Like that I'm here. I always wondered, is he like just getting impatient with me? But no, he's been totally cool with it. But now I'm looking at getting a job and renting a room. Uh, uh, renting a room, not I'm renting a room. I'm thinking I'll rent a room if I get a job, really cheap one, because it's going to be really difficult to survive with renting an office, not showering, not having a shower, having to use my water bottles to shower in the street as winter's coming. It's already getting to 30 some degrees this week outside. I'll manage, but and it's going to be in the 40s pretty much every night this week. And I'm just going to be showering in the cold. I don't like to wait later in the day. So that gets stressful, not having a bathroom to go to. Getting to the point where I'm going to want to rent a room, and who knows what the future. I'm worried about roommates and the Trump virus situation, isolating from them. But it's what option do I have? I mean, it's getting more and more limited where I can go to the bathroom and stuff, and I got to go so much when I don't eat much because I'm so broke I can't afford to eat, and I am trying to lose weight. But when you don't eat much, your body's excreting more waste. It's burning up your insides. You're metabolizing your glucose or whatever, but and also the water goes through me faster because I'm not eating as much food that absorbs it. So yeah, I vanilla dye. The baker's buckets are still serving their function, waiting for an emergency, but they're at my mom's house in Virginia. I should have brought the shovel. Well, I don't need the shovel, but I could have brought the little shovel with me. I didn't think to do that, or yeah, she's got. I think there was one time where I thought I could use it. I don't remember what it was for. It's for the latrine. The other night, neighbors were fucking blasting music here. It hurts so much. I tried to just ignore it for 20 minutes. Couldn't do it. And I was like, oh, this is too painful. I can't do it. I can't finish working here. I was actually trying to watch a movie, and it wasn't even that good of a movie. But yeah, I was like, this is nuts. It's giving me a headache, and I'm so hungry on top of that. So yeah, it's miserable going to the bathroom constantly in my car and not being able to get up and go to a toilet. Because then I'm going in water bottles. I have to make sure, it's always a struggle, make sure I have enough, make sure they're big enough for all the urine that I have for them. And then having to throw them away, then go to the grocery store and get more the next day. I always want to have lots more than I think I need in my car because I go through them so quickly. In a day, I can easily go through 10 water bottles or more. Yes, I still am scared of high ceilings. I even had a nightmare the other night that I was down on the ground looking up at the Hollywood sign, but somehow it was like kicking in with my altocellulophobia, or my fear of high ceilings. And I had that feeling because I was lying back. 29 people here. That's amazing. Click like, everyone. Let's get it up to 50 likes. Because a lot of you weren't here when the other people clicked like, so all new likes. I'm going to have to leave Sunspace. It's not going to be around for uh, more than a few days now. Owner can't keep operating it. It was so great to be able to come here and just work on my laptop and cook my potatoes in my air fryer. Seriously, it's cheap and it's damn healthy and it's so easy to cook. And there's no cleanup in the air fryer. I always have aluminum foil in it. Just take the potato out and eat the whole potato. So there's barely any cleanup on the plate too. So yeah, it's another loss. You know, due to the Trump virus and his just unbelievably horrid handling of it. What a nightmare. Who would have thought 4 years ago when this idiot would be president that he would preside over an absolute disaster like this? I was more worried if there was some kind of terrorism and that he would have some horrible retaliation and like start a nuclear war or something or some long drawn out war. Which I mean, he is engaging in wars and bombing and all kinds of horrible stuff. But somehow this ends up being like having such a huge death toll and an effect on everybody and kind of stopping our lives a lot. I mean, I, I'm making the most of it. I've been writing a lot. That's great. But obviously, not everyone's so lucky. So it's really horrible. And there seems to be no end in sight. 6 months now, and we're not even properly social distancing, and people don't believe in masks. So, just how dumb is that to say, "Oh, I don't believe in a mask. It's like slavery or something." Of all the things you do, uh, that are that you kind of have to do, like this is what you look at. Anyways, but it's its own whole thing, and yeah, it's been 6 months now. Do you think it's be over in 6 months? I don't think so. Yeah, hopefully there will be some vaccines out in 6 months, but fuck, man, it's bad, just really bad. Oh, my nose is whistling. I hear a clicking here sometimes at night. I hear it now. Is that like crickets or something? It doesn't sound like crickets chirping. It's just like it almost sounds like someone like footsteps or crinkling something. I don't know. It does sound like footsteps in here. Something like all of a sudden a ching ching, like a crunching away of the floorboards. I'm always like, what the hell is that? And maybe it's just the as the building cools down, it contracts a little bit. As the heat escapes it. Vanilla dye. I don't know how to get the unemployment. I don't wait because here's the problem. If I've worked in outside of California in the last 18 months, I have to fax in my employment info. That already there is a no-go. I don't feel like doing it. It's miserable to me. Also, are they still offering it? What's the deal with that? And how do I even apply when I've been making money on film shoots and YouTube for the last year, over a year? What the hell do I even show? Um, as far as like pay stub, yes, I have the deposits and stuff, but what do I even do? I don't get it. Probably termites? Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I can hear it now. It sounds like some kind of clicking. Still got another at least like 30 pounds to go in weight loss, but I've lost a pretty good amount already. Like 20 pounds maybe. I'm not sure. Can't weigh myself because the scales at the laundromats and the dollar store require quarters, and you can't get quarters anywhere. Or at least I can't get them at the laundromat. I wonder if I can get them at the grocery store. Like when you get change in cash from the self-service thing, or even just from the cashier. But I don't know, because a lot of places they just do not have change anymore. But Vanilla Dye, what's the deal? And also there was an freelancer unemployment benefit. That did that stop? I thought all that stopped like a couple of weeks ago. And then Congress went on vacation. So what the hell do I even do? But I refuse to fax them, and then I got to follow up about that. I hate calling back again and again. Not doing any of that. But in California, if you've worked outside the state in the last 18 months, you have to fax in your application, apparently. And even at that, I was so confused. I didn't know what the fuck to do. Not worth it to me. Screw your $600 a week. Well, I'm not in Virginia anymore. But yeah, the website is horribly unhelpful. Well, I didn't quit my job. I couldn't get more work as a film employee. Oh, man. Yeah, but how do I even apply for it though? That was so confused. It seemed like I couldn't even apply. And even at that, I'd have to fax in my paperwork. No, screw that. I have to go to Staples and fax it and search through all my bank statements for the last whatever, how long, over a year, or however long I got to look back. I'm like, how nightmarish is that? No, I'm not doing that. Screw them. I'm not playing their game. And also, isn't the $600 a week thing gone? Didn't that expire a few weeks ago? It was all over the news, right? And that Congress was going on vacation. And even at that, I heard of people who, they could never get it. They kept calling and calling, and it was horrible having to follow up. Yeah, Hollywood production is on. I was not working on these big shoots. I was working on stuff that's independent shoots, non-union. Well, I'm not spending days and days trying to apply for unemployment. I have no clue how to even apply. I swear I was like, and in LA, trying to call anything with the, government, it's hard to get people on the phone. Virginia, oh man, it's so simple. I had to call the DMV in Virginia the other day because they mistakenly billed me property tax for my old car. Even though I registered the new one with the DMV, the insurance company, I thought they took care of everything. The car was destroyed. Um, the title was handed over. I thought, well, it's done, right? No, they still charged me registration tax. So I had to call them. I got someone in the phone in like 2 minutes. Virginia, here, I've literally not been able to get someone on the phone, and the call will end. The automated call will end. Click like, everybody. Helps the video out, by the way. So, need to keep the channel going, too. And I need to rent a room at some point. Hopefully I get this job and I can rent a place. It's still going to take me like at least a month before I can pay rent and a deposit, and even then it's going to be a tricky situation because who's going to accept me when I don't have a steady job? And yeah, if I get one, yeah, okay, I'll have some income and proof of income, but it might take me at least a month of showering in the street, being fucking cold in the morning, and not having, my own bathroom and stuff, so. Yeah, construction jobs on movie sets, they can pay well. I actually studied a little bit about that, read up on it. I mean, before I left for LA, and I was curious about it and becoming a carpenter's apprentice. I'm glad I didn't take that job. It would have sucked. I'm looking for the lowest prices. What? I'm not looking for anything expensive. At minimum, basically, all I want are three things: a place to sleep, use the toilet, and shower. Well, okay, four things: use my laptop, and store my stuff. Okay, whatever, whatever that adds up to. Nine things. If I can't cook there, so be it. Because if there's too many roommates, or if we're all trying to cook at the same time, and I'm trying to still social distance, so uh, I'm just trying to. I'm gonna find a place if I can that is just going to be as cheap as possible, and hopefully not a scam, and it won't drive me nuts. So that's gonna be tough, and it's month to month. 8 roommates. That's a nightmare. I knew a guy in Washington D.C. who had like 8 or 9 roommates in D.C. Can you believe that? That is freaking nuts. Horrible. I'm dissociating a little. My leg is like acting up. It's getting all like that cold feeling on it, like cold water. But it's okay. It's getting out of me. It's weaker and weaker. But yeah, libraries are closed. The gyms are closed. So those were my two of my go-to places to take a shit. Shit without anyone bothering me. Yeah, I miss being in the library. It was like this big, luxurious office. I would have liked to read some books there. I just never made time. Always doing shit. And I managed to find the one library that wasn't super crowded. Pretty much every other library around LA, fucking crowded all the time. You cannot find an outlet. For whatever reason, this one wasn't that busy. Click like, everybody. Help the channel out, because that's another job of mine, this channel. I gotta go to the bathroom. Been making oatmeal in this thermos for like a year. Alright. 40 likes. That's nice. You're all excited to see me leave here. But yeah, it's going to be kind of challenging these next few weeks, however it goes, whether I get a job or not. But at least I know if I don't get the first job, I have possibly two other options, at least like right away, that I can start pursuing. Man, I'm going to try and get up real early tomorrow and do it all over again. And tomorrow's the last jazz show, the last jazz live stream. So, not on my channel, it's going to be on the Sunspace Twitch channel. Look up Sunland Sunspace there. They're not going to make a big deal of it or anything, but I'll be helping out with it. I'll miss it here. Certainly miss seeing the shows here. What a mess. Just because Trump fucked up so bad. No, Joe, I shouldn't leave here because Joe Rogan wasn't right for here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Joe Rogan. So good, he can leave. I mean, I know he did leave. How weird is that? And now, Tim Heidecker's talked about this. How weird is his new set? It looks like a bunker or like a reworked, reimagined like a army barracks or something. It's like, why can't it just look like a normal studio? But yeah, anyways. Yeah, good. He can leave. Let all the big jackasses leave. Elon Musk. I don't know who else is after that. I mean, Joe Rogan is such a gullible person. It just, if oh really? Wow. Oh, for real? What's any? He spewed that crap about uh leftists burning down forests, which wasn't true, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just fell for another right wing conspiracy theory. Oops, happened again. Sorry." I don't want to rant. I'm gonna get dissociated. I hate it. Why do I have this weakness in me where I keep getting dissociated? He's had Alex Jones on his show, who's being sued now by the parents of the school shooting victims that Jones said were just actors, or it was fake, or they weren't really dead, or it was staged, and the guy who shot them all was just a fall guy. Just horrible. Yeah, and they're suing him because they've had to go through so much harassment. Some of them have had to move because Jones's fans say, "Oh, they're just faking this. They're making up this atrocity to try and take away their guns or do whatever crazy bullshit idea he's saying," and families haven't been able to visit the graves of their children because they get so much harassment. So yeah, Joe Rogan can leave. He can stay gone. He's already left. But good. Oh, Ben Shapiro, another terrible guy. He's leaving for Tennessee. Good. Fucking go. Well, they're not happy about it in Tennessee. I've already heard about people are saying we're not happy about this. You know, this bigot moving here. But hopefully it makes it better for the rest of us here. I don't have any thoughts on that. Other than I don't expect anything good from it. I mean, Trump knows Biden's weaknesses. Biden clearly can lose his temper, and I think I don't know. Biden will be lucky to get off any points without Trump mocking him and making him mad and just, just destroying him, just humiliating him. Because Biden's obviously had some brain issue or cognitive issue, and Democrats were foolish enough to champion him among all his other problems. But yeah, Ben Shapiro is just awful. So good. I'm glad he'll leave L.A. Glad Joe Rogan's left. All the other millionaires and billionaires can leave because then it'll be more affordable for the rest of us to live here. You didn't think of that. Supposedly rents have already gone down a little bit, but they have a long way to go, along with all kinds of other things to help. I mean, I wish there was just housing you could move into if you need it. Sign up and get it. And I'm feeling that dissociative feeling in my leg where it's like ice water is running over it, but it's okay. I couldn't wait till Halloween to say goodbye, so it's pretty obvious. It'll be pretty obvious in my videos that I'm not going to be in here, so I don't know how that's going to work unless you want me to. I could film, I guess, 40 videos in here and then release them one a day as if they're in the future on the days leading up to Halloween. Favorite book? That's a tough one. I don't read a whole lot of books, and I just can't get into certain kind of books, but All Quiet on the Western Front, that's really great. Sometime I should read that again. I brought it with me in my car. I think I did, actually. If not, I can always buy it. And believe it or not, Jackie Chan's autobiography, his first one, I read his second one. I didn't think it was good at all. It's just too meandering. It's like, and then this happened, and this happened. The first one, probably the stories were embellished, and he had a co-writer or whatever, ghostwriter, whatever it's called, that probably helped shape the stories, but it is so good. Jackie Chan, I Am Jackie Chan. It's funny, it's touching. You feel the struggle of him going through the Chinese opera school for years and years, starving, getting up at 5 a.m. every day, being beaten, extreme discipline, like where he would say, like, you have to, like he would say, like the master would say, you have to jump over this table, and he said, like, you'd be like, but I can't, and then he said the master would get out the stick, and then you could jump over 2 tables, and he said the master didn't believe in letting the kids go to the bathroom before the morning workout, because he said if you go to the bathroom, that means you haven't exerted yourself enough. But he said, God help you if you go in your pants, though. He would beat you. And on top of that, the other kids were horrible bullies to him, including his now longtime partner, Sammo Hung. He said Sammo Hung and him fought horribly, and Sammo Hung would bully him relentlessly. Favorite movie? I don't have any favorite movie. I have like 100 favorite movies. I'll pick one recently I've been thinking about a lot. Prince of the City, Sidney Lumet, written by Sidney Lumet, and I think J. Allen Preston is the name. I think it's a woman because I saw an interview with Sidney Lumet, the only one I could find, and the woman, and I think the interviewer said like Jay, and so I think I was the co-writer on it. But yeah, Prince of the City is an absolutely amazing movie that's sort of overlooked, but it's every bit as good, if not better, than other Sidney Lumet movies I love, like Dog Day Afternoon, Failsafe, Serpico, um, Bringing Out the Dead, his last movie, which was amazing, terrifying, uh, 12 Angry Men. But he's done a lot of them. He did Murder on the Orient Express. I think he directed a version of that. I didn't see it though. Oh, and his book Making Movies is another one of my favorite books, I guess. Really good stories about making his films. Now you can hear cricket, I think. You'll hear that. Time is it? I gotta get to sleep soon. 10:09. Oh my goodness. Another day being tired. And these cheap razors I got at the dollar store, they're great in that how cheap they are, but to clean them, running water over them does nothing. You have to get a wet paper towel and slide it left and right on the razor blades, and it just slides all the whatever the hell gets mixed in with my facial hair, a layer of skin, because it comes out like gunk, and then rinse that off. So it's gonna be harder to shave with those when I'm well, not really, I guess, because I'll have napkins and stuff that I can use in my car to shave. But yeah, I need to get this job. Hopefully, I got to call this job placement company tomorrow and try and make a interview time if the guy's not going to call me when he's supposed to, and if not that, immediately start looking for something else, and then get a place to live or to rent at least temporarily. I don't know if because this job, the one I'm looking for, trying to get first, it's only 6 months. They said it may extend a year. And by the way, the interesting about that, the job is cleaning closed down public buildings for the pandemic. So think about that. If they're not talking about it publicly, but they say the job may extend for a year. If not that, possibly construction, or I saw this package handling thing. I'm like, that sounds good. I'm sure it's a ton of work. I'm sure it's hard, but you can get double time and overtime. I'm like, fuck, I need the money, and it starts at 16 bucks an hour. And the interviews on the spot, you go there, do it. I'm like, that's great. I'll make a good impression. So, maybe I'll just do that. And uh, fuck, I don't know if I've never done a job like that. I did package handling for 2 weeks for UPS like 13 years ago. But yeah, I've never really, and inventory way even longer than that. Now, 15 years ago, when I worked at Regal Cinemas as a manager, when I was 19 and 20. And possibly construction. We'll see. Possibly. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out and helps the channel and gets YouTube's algorithm going for me. I'm going to have to be charging my phone a lot out, at this store where they have an outlet outside. if I'm going to keep doing live streams a lot. I don't feel like doing anything, but that's okay. I shouldn't talk like that. I gotta do stuff, right? Still thirsty. I can never get enough water. Man, I'm annoyed. I gotta tell these job placement company, tell me if I've got an interview, and let's schedule it. Because the guy who said he was doing it, and I sent in my resume like 5 minutes after he said to send them to him, before the online orientation was even over. He said he'd call people back that day or the next day, and he still hasn't called me. And I would think, you know, well, I have no idea to know if he intended on calling everyone or not, or maybe he just thinks my resume isn't good enough. But I could have already been looking for something else. I want to not look for other stuff, so I'm telling people, oh yeah, I'm interested, and they waste their time on me, and then only to find out I get this sanitation job. So I don't want to have to do that, turn down more jobs unnecessarily. I can hear more clicking in the walls. And again, the thing is with trying to stay out, in my car during the fall and winter months, it's still hot during the day in LA. It does get colder at night. So that's really the issue. I don't mind sleeping in the cold. It's showering in the street with the gyms closed. So that's how I shower. It's with water bottles. Um, that it just gets more stressful. I can do it. I'll survive. I can be cold and shivering and shower. I've already done it. It wasn't really that cold, but it was in the 40s one day, the other day when I did it. And tomorrow morning it's going to be in the 40s, maybe 50s by the time I'm up. And It's going to be in the 30s one night this week. And yeah, it's going to keep getting cold. So sleeping, I'm actually more comfortable in the cold. I actually really like it because in my sleeping bag, I'm very comfortable. Whereas in the heat, it can be impossible to cool down. I was feeling sick with headaches because I was so hot and sweating, and that meant I was going to the bathroom constantly, meaning going in water bottles in my car. It was just awful, and then having to get up, using up all these water bottles, and sometimes going to my trunk to get more, and having to just pour them out because I can't, drink them fast enough to be able to get them empty. So, real hassle. Be good to have a toilet. But even in the cold, if I'm not eating much, have to go to the bathroom a lot. If I eat full meals, I don't have to go much. And of course, I can't afford full meals, and I'm trying to lose weight even at that. This damn dissociating feeling in my leg. Be glad when it finally goes away for good. Now I hear crickets again. Practically hear clicking in the ceiling too. What's that about? Oh, the cricket stopped. Started up again. Right when I stopped talking. Damn, this feeling in my leg. But it's not horrible. It's way better than before. It's not even, acting up nearly as so bad in my leg as it was a few weeks ago or a few months ago. A few weeks ago it wasn't so bad, but a few months ago. And get a little weird taste in my mouth. But I know it comes in bouts. It comes in fits, and I need to, just let it go through me and understand it's going to happen. And then, I get better after each little flare up. Because overall, it's not terrible this time. Oh my goodness, what time is it? 10:18. I gotta go to sleep. Wow, that was a deranged look right there. Dear goodness, what is this ridiculous hair? It's almost like Elvis or something. Looks better when nothing's interacting with it for a while and it just kind of falls natural. I don't know. It looks so weird. Alright. I gotta go. As much as I'd like to keep streaming, I gotta sleep. I'm already up past my bedtime. Thanks for watching, everyone.